What's up guys, Respiration36 here. Today I have a little tutorial on paint.net, and it's basically how to make 3D text and how to texture the letters so they're not just one specific color. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing, make a new image and create a new layer. I always create a new layer for any sort of text because I want to be able to work with it individually instead of having to edit around a background. So next, type whatever font you want. I'm just going to be typing YouTube because that's where this video is going to end up, and move it to around the center. Doesn't really matter. But before I go ahead and start, make sure that you go ahead and download not only paint.net of course, but the plugin pack in the description, because that will give you all the plugins that you'll need to actually use to make this 3D font effect. And if you're wondering what size and font I'm using Impact and 144 size. So now that you have this lettering, what you can go ahead and do is go to Effects, Object, and Drop Shadow. Now I was editing with this a little bit beforehand, but you should see something like this, and it should be right here. So you can see that this isn't looking like 3D font yet. So first thing that I usually do is go ahead and make the color a different color than what I had for my text. So you use black text, you make red color here, or I use red color for my font or my text, so I'm using a black background for this drop shadow. So now that once you figure out the color, go ahead and turn the blur radius completely down. Now this is going to make it sort of outline the text. Next, you can up or lower the widening radius. I'm just going to leave it there for now because it looks pretty good. And then you're going to mess with this offset X and offset Y. So basically, if you press the up on the X, the actual shadow will move towards the right. So you can see how the black is going to the right. So what you're going to want to do is line it up to where each letter on the line is lined up perfectly on the black. So on the right side you can see the black, but on the left side of the letters you shouldn't be able to see black. So like on this Y, you can't see any black on this left side. Now for the Y, you're gonna either go up or down. So I'm gonna go down. So basically we shouldn't be able to see any black on the tops of the letters. So you see top, whoopsie, didn't mean to do that. The tops we can't see any black, but the bottom we can. Now that sort of makes it 3D, but it doesn't really look like it because of how it's black and red. So what I usually do to make it a little bit better is go ahead and make the actual color like a darker or lighter version of the color you chose. Now I chose the lightest red that you could get pretty much. I chose this color, so I'm gonna go a little bit darker, but if you chose like a dark color, make it a lighter version of that, or if you chose a light color, make it a darker version of that. So you can go ahead and press OK, and we can see that that's 3D font right there. That's pretty good. Now if you want to actually texture these letters, so let's say you want this darker red to be black, and then you want this to be a rainbow effect, or any other image you say, go ahead and Control Z what we just did, and leave these letters here for now, and go ahead and duplicate the layer. So make another copy of this layer and hide the top one, so we can't actually see that top one right now. Alright, so now go back to Effects and go to Object, Drop Shadow, and you can do the same thing, but we said we wanted this to be black, so we're going to make it black, and that's all we needed to do for that. So press OK, and actually hold on, go back to Object, Drop Shadow. Alright, make it black, and then you see where it says Options, Keep Original Image. Go ahead and check that. So basically it's just the image of the shadow now. So if we go ahead and view this top layer, we can see that it's still the 3D text. Alright, now go ahead and go to the red layer and hold shift and select all of the red with the magic wand. and then you can go ahead and make a new layer. Now, this is where it sort of gets tricky. If you want an image to go on top of this, you're going to need to open it in Photoshop, so Control O, and you're going to need to find like which texture you want. So let's just open up any random image. So you see this is a texture right here. So go ahead and paste it on top of that layer. Alright, and then I usually hide it. Go back, select all of the red, and then copy it from this layer here. So show this layer, hold Control and press C, and copy all of it. Delete that layer, make a new layer, and paste it. Now you can see how that kind of doesn't get rid of all the red, but we can, you know, hide that layer, and we can see the texture now, which is pretty cool. Now if you don't want to do that and you just want to make it a little bit easier on yourself, go ahead and hold, like let's say we want a rainbow texture. We can actually do that within paint.net and we don't have to get another image. So select all the red again, make a new layer, go to effects, and now I can't really remember where this, oh here it is. Go to artistic and then rainbow. And then, now, I think it was actually in render. There's like a bunch of plugins that do the same thing, so forgive me for not remembering which one it is. Let me find it real fast. I'll be right back once I find it. Alright guys, I found it. It's actually in texture, and then you can choose any one of these. One of them is actually just rainbow. So I'm going to do rainbow twist, and we can see that it renders that inside of the selection that we made, and we can move the center. That was a voice crack. We can move the center of it any way we want, you know, change up which colors and what angle they're at and whatnot. I'm just gonna, you know, throw in a few different slides there. But there we go, we have textured font that looks 3D. Of course, with this rainbow, it doesn't look as 3D because the colors don't match up as well as some of the other ones. But there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tutorial on how to make 3D font. If you did, leave a like, comment, and definitely subscribe for more awesome videos like these. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.